Good morning, good morning. Oh yeah, it's still morning. Good morning, y'all. It's Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for single parents and merchandisers across the globe. Today's message is on habits. Habits, habitual behavior, man. It's on your habits. Listen, it takes 21 days to make or break any habit. According to Google, it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. There's a couple books out about that too. But what I want to say about habits, man, you need to ask yourself about your habits. Ask yourself, are they getting you closer to your goals or further from your goals? Are your habits teaching your squad ways to succeed or ways to fail? That's what you need to ask yourself about your habits. Are they getting you closer to your goals or farther from your goals? Are they contributing to your elevation or are they holding you down? I mean, if you got an Adderall addiction, just giving you an example, I be around a lot of college students. If you got an Adderall addiction, are you writing 3 papers a week? Or are you just getting high and having sex with your girlfriend for hours? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your habits? What are you doing with them? If you have a marijuana addiction, if you smoke a whole lot of weed, now I'll never tell you to stop smoking weed, but maybe you need to slow down. Maybe you're spending too much money. Maybe you're not treating your habit as a reward and you're treating it as a necessity. Maybe you need to treat your habit like, I'ma smoke when I get this done, or I'ma smoke when I make this happen. Or maybe you're like me. Maybe you use marijuana as a alternative state of mind so that you can get certain things done. Maybe you use it as a sedative so that you can sleep when it's time to sleep. I'm excited all the time. I'm excited all throughout the day, throughout the night. You see what I'm saying? I don't need marijuana to sleep, but any sedative will help you relax your mind when your body knows it needs rest. Let's talk about rest. Let's talk about habits and rest. Is your addiction or your habit sleep? Do you sleep way too often? I'll tell you something about sleep, man. Sleep is the cousin of death, man. When you sleep, you're so close to dying. And if you're not growing, you're dying. So if you're sleeping too much, you can't possibly be growing. How ironic. They say your body grows when you're sleeping, though. I mean mentally, I mean spiritually, not physically. Physical growth has nothing to do with your goals or what you're trying to get done, man. Do they coincide with your elevation? It's 168 hours in 1 week. If you're giving your 9 to 5, 40 of those hours, even if you're giving them 25 of those hours, you should be giving yourself 80. Do you know why? Because it's still 6.5 hours that you can sleep every night, all week. Give yourself 80, because if you're going to invest in someone else's business and someone else's dream, invest your time, your life into what they're trying to build, it has to, first of all, it has to coincide with what you're trying to build, or it doesn't make sense. If your job is not in some way training you to become the person you want to become, or in some way giving you structure to become the person you want to become, or in some way putting the funds in your pocket that you need to elevate yourself to the person that you want to become, then you should not be working there. Point blank, period. You should not be working there. Point blank, period. And if you're giving them 40, you should be giving yourself 80, because you want to invest into yourself. You want to have a habit of every time you do for someone, you do double for yourself. You have to create habits that contribute to your elevation, man. That's what this live is about. That's what the habit that I'm talking about is about. There's no such thing as bad habits, because there's no such thing as bad anything. There is no such thing as negativity. There is no such thing as wrong. To me, anything that you would call bad, negative, not good, however you want to say it, however you want to say it, it's just less, it just contains less good than something else that you would call positive. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me give you an example. So if you say, oh, I sleep too much, I'm lazy all the time, I say you got enough energy to get off your ass and do what you were supposed to be doing anyway. So no, it's not negative that you sleep too much. It's positive that you have that much energy, but you don't need to sleep that much. Again, you need to use that energy and put it towards something. Put it towards your goals. Put it towards elevating yourself. Put it towards whatever it is that you're trying to do in life. Stop fucking sleeping and get that shit done, man. Are you teaching your people like when you have certain habits, your guys, the people that follow you, the people that's on your squad, the people who's boss, who look at you as a boss, they're gonna do anything that you do negative or not positive, they're gonna do 10 times that. All the shit that you do that's 100%, that's super good, they're going to do half of that. Just not intentionally, but that's just how it happens. That's just a part of team building. That's just how it happens. So if you know that they're gonna do half of the shit you do good and 10 times the shit you do negatively, then your best should be a little bit further away from your worst. What I mean by that is your worst should be someone else's best, so that when they see you doing your worst, that can still be considered their best, because your worst isn't that bad at all. You know what I mean? Your worst should be a little bit further away from your best, meaning that they're gonna do half of what you do excellently. If you do something excellently, they're only gonna do half of that. So you need to be way better than the limit that you have now. You need to be way better than that, because if you want somebody to follow you and you know that they're gonna make mistakes and they're gonna fuck up, their fuck up needs to be still better than anyone else's regular. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain that. It's not hard for me to explain anything, but it's hard to explain that. But I mean, experience is the best teacher, man. But watch your habits, man. And if you're doing something too much and if it's hindering you, then you need to just slow down, point blank, period. You gotta sacrifice. Like Drake said on this song called Sacrifice on his album More Life, John. It's called More Life, but the song is called Sacrifice. It's him, I think, 2 Chainz and it's 2 Chainz, probably the Migos on there. But anyway, no, the Migos is on Big Sean's song called Sacrifice. But my point is, he said, I made sacrifices, I've been balling ever since. That is true. That is true. Once you take away from yourself for now, you can benefit later. If you say, no, I'm not gonna do this and this and this and this today because I wanna do more of that another day, it's just like playing a video game or 8-ball pool when you get coins and stuff. If you don't spend the little coins now, you're gonna have big coins later. Get excited about that, man. Subscribe to Merch Life TV on YouTube, man, for these jewels. I'm gonna give you a jewel every single day. Every single day. August the 9th is the last day of this run. I said I was gonna have 100 subscribers by August the 9th. I started on July the 9th. Right now we are at 89 subscribers. Get excited about that, from the consistency and from this habit of me posting a live every morning, man. So subscribe to Merch Life TV on YouTube. Get like me, get excited like me. And I need y'all to comment on this, John, because it's always something that I can learn from you, the same way as something that you can learn from me, man. I don't know everything, but what I do know, I'm going to tell you. Get excited.